Hello, I'm Louie Aseoche, and I'm the president of the Rotary Club of Makati. My topic is Begin with the End in Mind. Beginning with the end in mind simply means knowing beforehand what your objectives or your desired results are. It is no different, say, from building a house or even a boat. You have an image of the house or a boat you wish to build. That is your goal. That is what you want to accomplish. And in doing so, you make a blueprint, a plan, or a design of that house or that boat, and then you carry out the work. In order to give a clearer example, let me cite La Casa de Papel. You may have watched La Casa de Papel already, or more popularly known as Money Heist, the hit TV series on Netflix. Don't worry, for those who haven't watched it yet, there won't be any spoilers here. In Money Heist, the plotters first conduct an ocular inspection of their target. The target is a bank. That is their end in mind. So they do a drive-by of the bank so that they can get an actual physical image or real feel of the target. They do casings. They visit the bank incognito or in disguise. They study the security detail, the locations of the security cameras, the shifting of the security guards. Once these basic information are gathered, then they assemble a team. They recruit members. They schedule the planning sessions, and then ultimately they set the date when to do the heist. That is what you, our dear Rotaractors, would need to conceptualize. I'm just making clear I'm not asking you to rob a bank. That is just an example. So you ask these questions. What is the project that you wish to do? What are the objectives you want to accomplish? Have a picture of it in your mind. Is it a feeding program? Is it a livelihood project? Is it a training activity? Which of the 7 areas of focus of Rotary will your project address? Having the end in mind will also enable you to have a metric to measure your project. In Rotary, metrics are very important. For example, you wish to do feeding and nutrition. So you begin with the end in mind. What is your end? Who are your beneficiaries? What is the problem you want to solve? Your beneficiaries should be school kids aged probably 7 to 10 years of age. You want to solve the problem of malnutrition. Your end or your objective is that these kids be healthy and not undernourished. How do you measure this? How do you know that your feeding program is, pardon the pun, gaining any headway? So you begin with a picture of a healthy kid in your mind. That kid in that age bracket should weigh, say, X number of kilos or X pounds corresponding to his age and his height. So, measure his weight and his height at the beginning. Then start the feeding and nutrition program. In our club, we used to have nutritious meals apart from the milk that we give to school children in our adopted schools before the pandemic. But with the pandemic and the restrictions and face-to-face interactions, we were just limited lately to giving away milk. Now, with feeding and nutrition, this isn't a one-time thing. You need to sustain it. So you cannot just give away milk for a day and that's it. No. Since the objective is to jumpstart nutrition, you ought to have a 6 to 8 month cycle for this. That means you ought to get sponsors that can provide milk to X number of students for at least 6 months. It is participative in the sense that you need to have the full support of the parents, usually the mothers, to get involved. That is your team. You go to each parent every month to give them the packets of milk for the month. You weigh the kids every month. You measure their height. And then you get a fine empirical metric to chart the progress of your project. And then, at the end of 6 months or so, after weighing each child and checking their heights, you could now determine if your objective, your goal, your end in mind has been achieved. In other words, set the objective and then work towards your objective. That is how you begin with the end in mind. Thank you.